Hi everyone, my name is Chris, and if you've seen any of my old videos or previous videos, not necessarily old because I've made them like the last 3 or 4 days in a row, but you would know that I suffer from a condition called SVT. And if you're not familiar with that, it is supraventricular tachycardia, and it's where you basically have a weird electrical signal in your heart and it causes it to beat really fast. I also have like ectopic beats, like skipped beats and palpitations and all the stuff that comes with it. I've had it for probably 20 years now, and hopefully we're coming to an end. But I'm making these videos to kind of go over my experiences with it. I think it helps people to kind of, see other people's experiences, know what they've done to cope. And I'm going to go over just my life experiences. And I've been put through the ringer, gone to doctor's appointments and tests and ablation surgeries and everything. So I've done it all. And on today's video, I'm going to be going over my experience with caffeine and how it has affected my SVT, and if it does affect my SVT. It's a little windy today, so hopefully that's not affecting the quality. But so I went 2 years with 0 caffeine, and that sounds just absolutely crazy to a lot of people, especially if you're a coffee drinker or you're a heavy soda drinker or you just rely on caffeine, energy drinks, stuff like that. But I can't do energy drinks, they'd probably kill me. Can't do coffee. So I was a soda drinker, pretty heavy, like Mountain Dew drinker back in the day. And then I decided to one day, after having a bunch of palpitations, and I've come to my wits end many times with this, and at that point I kind of just had enough, and I said I quit caffeine. So I quit cold turkey. And the first couple weeks were brutal. I had headaches, I was tired, angry, and you didn't want to be around me. But it did get better. And on YouTube and on the internet, you see people talk about how when you quit caffeine, you're gonna have so much more energy, you're gonna sleep better, just your mind's gonna be clear, you're gonna feel great. And so I was kind of waiting for that to kind of happen along with my palpitations going away. And like I said, I waited 2 years before I drank any more caffeine. And my personal experience is that it did help. Caffeine, if you have too much, can really affect SVT in my personal experience. And but it also just, I don't know, it can affect it. Sorry, I'm trying to think of my words. It can affect it, and if you have too much, it can send you into episodes. It can give you more ectopic beats and skip beats and just stuff you don't want. But from my personal experience, as long as I don't have too much, as long as I don't have energy drinks or coffee, usually I'm all right. If I drink a really strong tea, I think it's caused me to go into SVT before. That was like a really strong tea. But for 2 years, the palpitations did get better. I had less of them, but I still had them, and I didn't feel the energy they said I would have on the internet. I didn't feel more awake during the day. I can't say I slept better. People always ask me, like, well, how do you get through the day without caffeine? And really, I just got through the day really tired. There wasn't, no way around it. I was just tired all the time. And it didn't help that they had put me on metoprolol, and that made me super tired. And I actually quit taking that because it just didn't work. I was just really tired, couldn't drink caffeine, and I was still having heart palpitations. So quit the metoprolol. I decided to stay off caffeine for a long time. Like, I'm talking 0. I may have had a little bit of a chocolate bar or something that may have had a little caffeine, but that was it. It was just water, LaCroix, lemonades, stuff that didn't have caffeine. I may have a caffeine-free soda or a caffeine-free root beer or something, but I never had caffeine that I'm aware of in a couple years. And basically one day I was at work and I had SVT come on. Hit me pretty hard, and that was the first time it had ever lasted over an hour. It just kept going and going and going and going, and it wouldn't stop. And at this point, like I said, I haven't had caffeine in 2 years, so I can't say that was a trigger. And I went to the doctors, tried to get them to hook me up to an EKG. They did, and the second I laid back on the table, it went out, so they didn't catch anything. That was a very big disappointment. But this video is about the caffeine intake. And do I think it affects SVT? Yes. But in moderate consumption, little amounts, I didn't see really any difference. And so after 2 years, still having an SVT like attack, I guess you'd call it, I just decided to start drinking caffeine again. So I did feel better when I started drinking. I had more energy. You know, I honestly felt like I could think clearer after I started drinking caffeine again. And basically, it's up to you if you want to try it, but I didn't see really any benefits to it. I still drink caffeine to this day. I usually have a little bit each day, like I'll drink a glass of tea or something. But that's enough to kind of get me through the day, give me a little energy boost, and it doesn't mess with me too much. So that's my experience. If you've had a different experience, please let me know in the comments. Please go back and watch my other videos. I'm basically making them about all my experiences with SVT. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.